Hello there and welcome to Fairyland Cottage, and thanks very much for tuning in today for this week's video where I'm going to upcycle my dining room table. Now, I'm going to use a very simple technique called whitewashing. You may have heard of it. It uses very little paint and some water. I'm going to show you how I did it, and it's just so much nicer to upcycle something rather than getting something new. And the tabletop on the dining room table was in really bad condition, so it just needed a little bit of a new lease of life. Let's get right into the video. I brought the table outdoors. I'm going to sand the top and the dust is going to go everywhere. I'm going to start off with a very strong grit, and I'm going to sand the whole top down. Now, these sandpapers can be reused. Now, you can get a varnish remover. I just didn't want to buy the harsh chemicals, so I did have to do a little bit more sanding than you usually would. When it is right down to the bare wood, you can then change over to a lighter grit. Then all I did was just wipe it down with a damp cloth. Next, onto the painting. It's so simple. There's loads of different ways of doing it. This is the way that I have done it. It's tried and tested, and it works really well for me. Now, paint is definitely not eco-friendly, but there are some great brands out there that are very eco-friendly and have either zero or low VOCs. So I'll just write down below a few different paint companies that will supply you with very plant-based organic paint. You're only going to need a tiny little bit. I just put some into a jar, and the other jar I have some water. And because this is a water-based paint, it's just going to wash off your hands easily, and it's also non-toxic, so I don't need to wear any gloves. Pop your cloth into the paint, pop it into the bit of water, and just slather it on the table going in the direction of the grain. And then all you do is a little bit more water, spread it all out. You're just trying to let the paint completely soak into the wood. So you want a nice thin layer. Get another dry cotton cloth and wipe it all into the wood. What you want to do is that the wood soaks up all the paint. After the first coat is done, this is what it looks like here. That's a very thin layer. And then you can either lightly sand it. This is some steel wool. Or you can just go ahead with the next coat. Again, a thin layer, and on it goes. It really doesn't take long to dry. It's mostly water with a tiny bit of paint, so it's really quick drying. When you feel it's dry, on with the next coat. And then get your dry wipe again and just wipe in all the paint. This middle section has 2 coats. I did about 3 coats in total. It doesn't really show up as well on camera. You can see the natural grains of the wood through the whitewashing, and it gives a lovely texture to the table. That's really it. You just keep going until you've got the desired white color that you like. Now, when I have whitewashed before, what I then do is every year I just give it a little top up, because this actually isn't sealed. Now, you could buy a varnish. There are some natural ones out there, and I'm going to try them and see how I go with them on the table. But for now, it looks absolutely fine. I do use mats on the table because I don't want to be getting stains on it straight away. So you do need to protect it, but it is genuinely easy to maintain. And if you want to, you just dabble a little bit of paint and water over it again, and you've given the table just a fresh feel. That's it. Give it a thumbs up if this is the type of videos you like, and let me know in the comments below if you're into upcycling your furniture. I think it's a great way. A lot of people are throwing away furniture that is really good condition and solid wood, and you can just add a new lease of life to it by upcycling it with either a little bit of paint, a little bit of sanding, or upholstering. So thank you very much for watching, and share it with anyone you like, and chat over on Instagram. Until the next video, have a wonderful week. Bye.